It takes great strength to learn from the toughest experiences of our lives and move on. We begin in Silver Spring, Maryland, on the morning of June 28, 1994, when Jim Conti and 3 co-workers were called out to replace 2 large storefront windows.
Piece was suction cup. What we wanted to do was get the large pieces that were hanging down dismantled and out so that they wouldn't come down like a guillotine. Glass is not prejudiced. It doesn't have a conscience. It'll cut anybody in anywhere, anytime, any place. You got to be careful. All right, we're going to score this piece over here. You ready, Mike? Yeah. Right. Good, release your cup. You might not do a bunch of stuff outside of the shop together, but while you're there, you're all like a close-knit family. Release that piece over there. I've been at the same shop that Dan's been at for over 1.5 years. You're Dan? He's the great guy. He's always kidding and joking around with you. He'd do anything for anybody. Next victim. Take this one out. How you want to do this, Mike? The second piece of glass, it was all in one piece except for a square-foot area down on the bottom left corner. Silicone, he'll undo the screws. It looked to us like, we can take this down in one piece. It'll save us some time.
Roger Teeter was also working on the 4-man crew.
When you're taking a piece of glass out that size, anything can happen. It could injure you seriously, or it could kill you.
All right. You guys ready?
When a work crew was removing a broken 5-by-9-foot sheet of plate glass from a storefront window, it shattered, sending glass crashing down on them.
When I turned to look, I heard Dan screaming, "I'm cut. Oh my God, I'm cut." The blood was gushing out of his arm, literally shooting 10, 15 feet everywhere. Hurry up, Dan. I was literally squeezing that artery that's underneath the arm closed to try to hold off from him bleeding out.
Fire and rescue.
We need an ambulance here right now.
What's the problem?
A guy got cut. We were taking a piece of glass out, and it broke and fell down on him.
He was literally cut to the bone. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like that, and it really scared me. Relax. I looked at him and I said, "Dan, promise me you won't look." Promise me you won't. I figured if he was going to look, his heart was going to start pounding even more for fear of seeing what has happened to him.
Okay, what have you done to help stop the bleeding? Anything?
I think they're trying to wrap a tourniquet on it.
Okay, don't have them put a tourniquet, but see if they can take a clean cloth and press it up against where he's cut to slow the bleeding down, okay?
I just hope he lived. He wouldn't bleed to death.
You got a rag? I hollered for some rags. And a bystander took the T-shirt right off his back and then threw it down. And I squeezed off the artery and held it with the T-shirt.
Right. Hold it right here?
Yes, hold it close. Don't look, Dan. Promise me not to look. You'll be all right. He started really sweating bad and turning white from lack of blood.
You're all right. Just put pressure on it. Just hold your arm closed there.
He reached up with his left arm and put it around me and pulled me down. He said, "Jim, tell my wife I love her."
You're right. Don't do this, Timmy. You'll be all right.
That just struck a nerve right down into the heart.
Relax.
That made me think, this man knows that he's dying. And here he is in my hands. Help's on the way.
I think somebody called.
You gotta hold his arm. It almost takes everything in you out of you, but it also at the same time almost locks your hands tighter around where the artery is.
It's moving everything around too much.
You're not gonna let him go. You're not gonna let it happen.
The Montgomery County Fire Department arrived within a few minutes, including EMT Tracy Parker.
We get there, and it is very obvious that the artery had been severed. And there's just blood everywhere. It looks like someone's been shot. I I was thinking, there's a good possibility he could die.
As soon as the advanced life support unit arrived, paramedic Mike Quinlan took over Dan's care.
What do we got?
His blood pressure was bottoming out. He was pretty close to severe shock.
Okay, go ahead and inflate the mask, trousers. Get ready to transport. I'll call MedStar.
With an injury of that severity and that close to the heart and to the brain, we're talking minutes.
Okay, come back.
I was wondering whether somebody was going to take over my spot.
Come back.
But I think they were all convinced that I had the ideal hold onto his arm and to close off the artery that they didn't want me to let go.
In this rare situation, we had an individual who had initiated treatment, was doing it properly, and was making a difference for the outcome of this patient.
He's breathing pretty erratic, and he's looking really pale, and he was still bleeding out. The medic had already put a full bag IV in him, and we're starting another one already, and the fluid was just running through him.
At Washington Hospital Center, Dan was admitted under the care of surgeon Doreen DePasquale.
The plate glass had gone through all the muscle, tendons, nerves, arteries, everything, and stopped at bone.
1, 2, 3.
He was in danger of his life as well as losing the limb.
Dan's wife Diane was notified, but had no word on his condition.
Driving myself to the hospital, I tried to stay calm. It's just, God, I hope he's alive when I get there. I waited and waited and waited and waited. I was about ready to fall apart because I'd just been trying to stay calm for so long. They took me to where he was.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
He was completely wrapped in blankets because he'd lost so much blood. He was very cold. He looked terrible, but it was an incredible relief to see him.
In a little while, and I'll meet you there. Okay?
He was alive, and it was like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders.
In the 2 months since the accident, 38-year-old Dan Northrup has been working to regain the use of his right arm and hand with the help of occupational therapist Joyce Yeary.
He was unable to straighten the wrist, the fingers, or the thumb, or to turn his forearm in a palms-up direction. Those muscles are not working at this point, but there is the hope that the nerve will grow back and those muscles will be able to function again. That's a good amount of time to wear it, and then you can wear your other splints to help stretch the thumb out. Are you still tired?
What I have to do is massage my hands and work my fingers in order for the healing process to take hold. I pick little things up off the table and stuff like that, and that's basically all I can do right now.
Wow, so watch it. Good. Great.
The steps that he makes are little steps. If he moves a finger a little bit further than he could the day before, it's a big accomplishment. We'll take whatever we can get. We hope for the best, but we're glad for every little improvement.
Come here.
In the years past, I've probably taken family and friends for granted. And now that this has happened, they're the most important thing. It's been a great help to keep me with a positive attitude and everything.
Dan is expected to fully recover and return to work at the glass company.
We have so many people to thank. Jim and the other guys that were there when the accident happened. I can't begin to thank them enough. Because of them, I have a husband still. Our kids have a dad.
Oh.
I don't know what we'd have done without everybody.
Next.
911, can I help you?
Somebody's got to get here. Help me, God, he can't die.
911 system was installed in Sargent County, North Dakota in June of 1994. It came as a comfort to the residents of the remote rural area. But Bert Simonensky of Cayuga never imagined she would be the first person in the county to use the new system to reach out for help.
It was quite a warm day. I had been doing dishes, and Ryan was playing outside. There were 11 years between him and his older brother, so needless to say, he's kind of an unplanned addition to the family. Ryan came in for a snack.
In the refrigerator. You really hungry?
And so I took a piece of deli ham out and I just rolled it up, and he said he was going to go sit outside on the step and eat it.
Careful, okay?
He has it all the time, so I didn't think anything of it.
Ryan's 13-year-old brother, Brad, was already outside.
He keeps us busy. He goes upstairs, he's in our rooms, he's outside.
Brad, come quick!
911, can I help you?
Yes. It's an emergency.
Do you need an ambulance?
My mom is home and my little brother is choking.
He's choking. I need to know if he can breathe at all, if he can wheeze, or if he's not breathing at all.
Mom!
Can you help me out there?
Mom, can he breathe? He can't breathe.
Dispatcher David Kulikowski took the call from the centralized North Dakota State Radio Communications Center.
I had never handled a choking incident before, and I was wishing right away that I had had more experience.
Okay, is he turning blue?
Mom, is he turning blue? He's out.
He's out. Okay, we've got to try the Heimlich maneuver.
In a rural setting, it takes time for an ambulance to get there. I realized I was going to have to give pre-arrival medical instructions. But if you make a mistake, you could cost somebody their lives.
The nearest medic unit was more than 15 miles away.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we're sending the ambulance now. You've got to try the Heimlich maneuver.
I tried.
You tried. If you put your fist over his stomach above the belly button,
Yeah.
and you've jerked,
Yeah.
you're going to have to keep trying.
I don't remember exactly how many times we tried that Heimlich thing, but that didn't work.
Yeah, he's turning blue. Oh, somebody's got to get here to help me. God, he can't die for... He's just a little boy.
When I heard the mother say the child was turning blue, I could feel for the mother. I have children myself, and I wanted more than anything in the world for that child to live. It was the only thing that meant anything to me.
You've got to calm down and then try to do the best you can.
Okay.
Is it possible he's getting any air in at all?
It sounds like a little bit.
It sounds like a little bit. Okay, you're going to...
Hurry, God, hurry!
What's the EQ? Okay, you've got to keep trying, ma'am. The ambulance...
I'm trying.
They state they'll be there in about 10 minutes.
Oh, my God. But he won't live that long.
I didn't really know if he was even really still alive, but I told Ryan, you can't just die. In the back of my mind, I knew that couldn't happen.
Turning blue.
He's turning blue now. You still have him in your lap.
I've got him in my lap. No,
Okay, lay the child face up on the floor. Okay? Okay, straddle his legs with your legs.
Okay.
Place the heel of one hand on the child's stomach. Just above his belly button.
Okay.
Now push quickly down into the stomach 6 times, and then check the child's mouth for the object.
found out the child was gasping for air, I realized there was hope.
You've got to open his mouth and try to see if you can get something out.
I'm trying.
I advised the mother to turn the child's head to the side and scoop the material out of the mouth. I was hoping that we could get the material before the child could breathe it back in.
Okay, I brought him outside.
Okay. Was he eating something, ma'am?
Yeah, a piece of ham.
Piece of ham?
Yeah. Okay, he is breathing.
He is breathing. Good. I think you just saved your son's life.
Oh my God.
How's his color?
His color is better. He's still wheezing.
Okay.
His eyes are wide open.
Okay.
And he's still trying to get rid of. Okay, it's coming. We can hear the siren. Please.
Hang in there, ma'am. You're a brave woman.
Oh my God.
Okay, as soon as they get there, you tell them that he's still got a partial blockage.
Okay.
And make sure you tell him what he's got in his throat, a piece of ham. Okay, I'm going to wait till they get there, okay?
Okay. And thank you for your help. Okay, oh, he's throwing up.
He's throwing up?
Yeah.
Okay, turn his head to the side and clean out the mouth. Do it now.
Oh, he's turning blue again.
He's turning blue again?
When I found out the child was turning blue again, it let me know that the child had breathed some of the material back into his throat. I felt a sense of dread. I'm the kind of person that's very hard on myself. And I felt that maybe there was something more I could have done.
He had color before, now he doesn't, right, Brad? He was eating a piece of ham. They're here.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for your help.
Bye.
He was eating a piece of ham.
It took 23 minutes for the foreman ambulance crew, including EMT Joan Fawcett, to get to the farm.
Because of the partial blockage, he wasn't getting enough oxygen. I've never seen a child as blue as this one was.
I think we just better grab him and go, guys.
I thought the child was in a lot of trouble, so we had to hurry up and get him out of here and get to someplace quick because he needed more help than we were able to give him.
Ryan, wake up.
His mouth was clamped shut tight.
Come on, buddy.
I would pinch him to see if there was any reaction, and there was no reaction.
Ryan, I'm not getting a pulse.
All of a sudden, I couldn't find a pulse at all. I thought we lost him completely, and I wasn't sure if I could go on myself, knowing that we did lose him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've been on ambulance runs with CPR, but I've never done CPR, and I was hoping I was doing everything right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He started choking, so that's when we turned him to his side, and a piece of ham fell out.
Give me the section.
It was pretty big. I couldn't believe how big it was.
Well, hi, Ryan.
He was looking around and he was responding to his name. It was the greatest feeling to know that he was getting better because this was our first 911 call.
Ryan Simoneski was hospitalized and released 2 days later. Recently, Ryan celebrated his 3rd birthday.
Yeah, then Daddy gets her closer. I've tried many times to imagine that whole thing happening without the 911 system and without anybody to telling you what to do and how to do it. I just can't imagine that this story would have the same ending it does today.
The most special gift the family received that day was a visit from dispatcher David Kulikowski.
It made me feel good when Bert came out and gave me a big hug, because she was so happy that her son was alive, and I knew she even liked me.
Words can't possibly explain how I feel. I think he's the most wonderful person in the world, and I really feel that I owe Ryan's life to him. You're a special, special person.
This story is not a recreation. It's a visit to the busiest hospital facility of its kind in the world. More than 60,000 patients a year are treated at this New York City Medical Center. Though their names may be peculiar, like Apple, Purdy, Mickey, and Teaser, the care they receive and the bond between them and the people they live with is no laughing matter.
So it happened about an hour ago. And
Yeah.
Okay, do you know how old he is?
7 months old.
I'm going to take him to the back room so we can get started on this. We're going to need to sedate him.
7-month-old Tano Jr. is rushed into the emergency room.
I was helping him to take a bath, and I tried to rinse him, and then suddenly he screamed.
Tano, a Yorkshire Terrier puppy, had gotten his toe wedged in the bathtub drain.
That's not going to fit back through. We're going to have to cut this thing off.
All right, little guy.
It was a relatively simple problem, but it's a rather serious problem too, because there's always a risk that he could lose his toe.
All right, little guy. Be brave for him. Let's go.
They have pliers.
All right, all right.
Wait, here it is. It's out.
It's out.
It's out. Look, honey.
Oh my God,
Wow.
look at the size of his toe.
The skin is still pink. The nail may wind up falling off simply because there's been damage in that area. It looks like it'll be okay. Here he is.
Hi, Junior. Good boy. Good boy.
Boy, Tono.
Go.
She recognized the owner immediately and was very happy to see her, licking her face and everything. It feels good just to be able to release an animal like that.
They happened to save his toe, I guess. They really happened to.
When we continue.
I asked what had happened, and he said that his cat had fallen out of the window, and my next question was, well, what floor was that? And that was the 8th floor.
On September 2nd, 1994, snake lovers Katie Mahaffey and Robert Filipovich returned to the Animal Medical Center's Bobst Hospital. They have come for follow-up tests on their 9-foot python Cecil, who became gravely ill 2 weeks earlier.
We tried to feed him, and he got half of his food down and was caught in his throat. At that point, we realized that we had to get the animal out of his mouth and then take him to the Animal Medical Center as quickly as possible.
I have the same love for Cecil that I have for my cats. He is a very sweet-natured snake. He loves people. He's very social. I was very concerned that he was going to die that night. I had him wrapped in a sheet, and I was concerned that when I opened that sheet that I was going to see him dead there.
Okay. The snake was exposed to flea collar, and because of that, he became very sick and very weak, and wasn't moving.
My biggest concern now is his neck. Is just he's still got terrible problem with his neck.
Right. The type of toxins found in the flea collar are something called organophosphates. It causes a dysfunction in an enzyme. And when that enzyme doesn't work, his nerves don't function properly, and therefore his muscles don't function properly. He stops moving, he can't swallow, he can't eat, so he's going to die.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
It looks really nice and pink in there. Yeah, there we go.
It looks healthy.
Oh, look at that. That looks great. He's like, I'm pushing down, he's pushing back up on me. He wasn't doing that before. So what I'm going to do is take him in the back, get a weight, and we'll get some blood from him, okay?
Great.
Exotic animal specialist Dr. Karen Rosenthal needs to do a blood test to see if the treatment to remove the toxins is working.
Okay. If Cecil was well, we wouldn't be able to do this. Then if Cecil was well, we wouldn't be doing this. One of the problems with snake hearts is they beat so slowly, less than 1 beat per second. It takes time to watch that and watch the heart and see where it is and make sure you're going in the right place. Come on, Cecil. Hold on.
Still, Cecil.
I think he's just moving too much. And then if Cecil starts moving his 26 pounds around, it makes it more difficult because you can find the heart and then you'll lose it. It's very, very subtle. And because it beats so slowly, this can take forever in a snake. You can see it right there. Okay, let's give this a try again. Guys, got him?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
How's he doing down there?
Seems relaxed.
Tell him he can have orange juice and cookies after we're done with this. Put your finger there? Okay, good job.
We've used flea collars successfully in preventing mites. In our boa's cages, in doing the same thing with in Cecil's cage, we almost killed him. So what works for one kind of snake doesn't necessarily work for another one. It's a good lesson to learn.
Thank you. You're welcome. Cecil's prognosis is probably good because he's responding to the medication. The other thing that's in his corner is that he has some of the most dedicated owners I've ever seen, and they're doing everything they can to make him better. Time will tell, but with the people that take care of him, he'll probably live many more years.
Later that same night, a 2-year-old cat is admitted in serious condition. Dr. Tim Rocha takes over Tiffany's care.
I I asked Mr. Hidalgo what had happened, and he said that his cat had fallen out of the window, and my next question was, well, what floor was that? And that was the 8th floor. She's in shock. That's a bad height because she's lost a fair amount of blood, so we need to get some fluid support to her.
My mother, she was frantic, and she just came downstairs and she saw the cat, and she was like, she was crying and stuff. So I just came over here real quick as possible.
Tiffany fell in that 6 to 10 story height where we see more severe injuries. By that time, they've reached the terminal speed of 60 miles per hour, but they haven't had enough time to get themselves in the right position to land. So those are the ones that actually do the worst. She had 2 very severe breaks in her left leg, and she probably lost a fair amount of blood from the open wounds where her bones had broken through her skin. Once his heart system is stable, we could take him to surgery tomorrow. An open fracture of a limb is not something that I can say, I hope your cat does fine, here's some antibiotics, and send him out the door. There are 2 things to do humanely for this cat. 1 is to fix his leg. 2 would be to put the cat to sleep. That's very tough stuff.
The financial situation right now is real tight, but I can't just put her to sleep.
By the next day, Tiffany's condition is stabilized enough for surgery. Her owner and doctors decide to proceed.
So what she has is a grade 1 open fracture.
Head of surgery, Dr. Paul Sheely, will perform the complex operation with the help of surgical resident Gary Lindgren.
There were some bruises in her chest and a break of her back leg that was open, but Tiffany fell 8 stories and landed on the pavement below.
She's a very lucky kitty because we see most of our injuries with high rises between the 5th and the 9th floor.
If we look at humans and dogs, there's almost 100% fatality over 6 stories. Because cats tend to fall splay-legged, they seem to do a lot better than humans or dogs do.
So we've got 2 pieces rather than multiple pieces.
We decided to repair her by putting a bone plate with bone screws to help align the bone ends and eventually form new bone there so that she can have functional use of her leg.
Sometimes you have to get creative. So what we're going to try to do, since this is so difficult, is actually try to get the plate attached to the bottom part of the fracture and use the plate to help lever the fracture into place. Our plans are to use the plate to help hold everything in alignment. So you can see we got a continuity of the bone.
It looks very good post-op, except for there's some loss of bone in places where we don't like to have it. With time, that'll fill in and she'll probably go back to normal, so I think she'll do well.
2 days after surgery, John Hidalgo comes to take Tiffany home.
You got her? Yeah, I got her. How you doing, man? She looks much better. It was just amazing. She looks like she was real happy to see me. She looks great.
The fracture was pretty bad, and we're kind of... It's going to be a race between how quickly her bone heals, how quickly our screws loosen, and whether or not she's going to get an infection. Hopefully, Tiffany's going to come out on top.
With each passing day, Cecil the Python is getting stronger.
You're such a good boy. We had to give him injections twice a day for well over a month now. We're still doing that. It's very difficult for me to inflict pain on him. That's been hard. I think the hardest part.
She doesn't like to give injections. I have to do it.
We make him be the evil one.
I'm the evil one in the family. And it's better to learn how to do it yourself, because then you don't have to keep going back to the vets, number 1, and it costs you less money, number 2. A lot of people don't understand that snakes are just as loving as any other animal that they can have, and you definitely fall in love with them. They're our pets, and we love them dearly, and we would do anything for them.
Such a good boy.
And that's it. Dr. Rosenthal understands that. She has her own reptiles, and she definitely understands the bond that you develop between any animal.
Have a good day. See you later, boo. When he's stronger, you can wear him around your neck, and he just hugs you. It's such a wonderful feeling. There's nothing better than a hug from Cecil. He is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful snake. He's so sweet. I think he's gonna make it.
It's been 10 days since Tiffany fell from the 8th-story window of her apartment. Her leg is healing well.
The only 2 windows that don't have screens, accidentally, one of them was left just a tad open, and she must have been playing with ramble or something. She must have just gone outside her venture, and this is what happened.
Any cat standing on the ledge of a window looking out would be able to see that they're 8 stories up, and it's not going to make an effort to jump out the window. Unfortunately, cats will jump from the floor onto the windowsill, and they might not estimate the distance right.
It only takes one little slip for this to happen.
Expansion is pretty good.
If you don't have any screens, I advise that screens be put in because they're very important, and that's how a lot of cats die. Come on, eat. There you go.
3 months later, John and his mother Betty got another surprise.
I didn't know Tiffany was pregnant. She must have been pregnant, during the surgery, but just didn't come through, x-rays. And she gave birth.
Tiffany trajo, pues, al mundo 5
Tiffany brought 5 adorable kittens into the world.
de los cuales
She is a very loving mother.
cariñosa mamá, fue como un milagro.
It really was a miracle that she was able to survive.
She has her title, 9 lives cat. I guess she has 8 now.
Next,
Chris was tying his shoe, and I threw one more rock.
on September 25th, 1993, while his wife was in town, Ron Albers was looking after their 3 children, including 10-year-old Chris and his younger sister Jessica, on their 700-acre farm in St. Leo, Kansas.
We asked Chris's dad if we could go down to the sand pit, and he said, all right, as long as the bulls aren't close.
Check back.
We didn't really think anybody could get injured.
9-year-old Kevin Ford and his younger brother lived near the Albers.
Me, Aaron, and Chris have always been best friends, and we're best friends with Jessica, who is Chris's sister.
Come on, Jessica. Chris, I do love him, but sometimes he's not very nice to me, but sometimes he's nice to me. Then when I be nice to him, he's not nice to me. Here, I'm going here.
Once we got there, we tried to shoot a little avalanche down, but we never could get a big one, so we decided we were going to throw rocks under it. There goes one boulder. I've got the biggest one so far. After we got about 5 inches in, we decided we were going to use our hands and dig like little tunnels under them.
It's wet.
You guys, watch out. Some of it's breaking off. There's sand coming right out from under the hill. Better watch out. Talk about an avalanche, that just keeps falling. Chris was tying his shoe.
Into China to string.
I threw one more rock.
Got it.
Only his legs were sticking out.
Run! Go get help! Quick!
I was just trying to get Chris out, screaming at him and stuff. But the boulders weighed so much I could not even get to his back. I was just thinking about that. He wouldn't make it.
I thought that he was going to die. Then me and Aaron ran through the pasture, and then we told Dad.
Aaron said Chris is hurt bad. I did think of the sand caving off. And when I was thinking of that, I was thinking of smothering. And it was up against seconds. Chris and I were especially close.
Are you okay? Chris, are you?
When I ran up there, I pinched his leg, hoping that he'd kick back, but there was no response. And I knew then he was probably unconscious, or probably worse.
Go back and get help, quick. Get some EMS, please.
I quickly checked for a pulse, and I thought I had a faint one, but I knew he wasn't breathing. I did do rescue breathing. I was pretty rusty on this, but I'd just done what any other father would do. Just try to
help him all I could, and hope it was enough.
Come on, Chris. You got to keep breathing. Breathe.
I probably gave him 45 seconds of breaths, and he did pull a deep breath, and at that point, I was relieved that he was at least alive. My only prayer was then that the help would arrive, you know, before it was too late.
Don't give up now.
Within 15 minutes, the first medic unit got to the scene. The volunteers with Cunningham Medical Rescue were led by RN EMT Rogine Yarmer.
The first thing that I saw was Chris lying there. He had a laceration in the back of his head. He was not breathing sufficiently. It was obvious that he had been deprived of oxygen for several minutes.
They come back and got me, and I got him as quick as I could.
A major concern to me was, had it been too long?
We got good help here for you, buddy.
A Kingman EMS Advanced Life Support unit arrived soon after, including paramedic Ira Hart.
A submersion is a submersion. It doesn't matter whether it's sand or chocolate pudding.
Now we bagged him for several minutes and his color improved.
Everybody was a little nervous about the whole deal because children, they're just different. We don't do a lot of them, so that increases our anxiety factor.
He's starting to respond to us a little more.
EMT Monty Rose was a family friend.
I just kind of had a bad feeling of, what if this child dies? I was a little bit pessimistic, I guess, in thinking of possibly having to go to the funeral of Chris.
At that point, Chris's condition took a turn for the worse. He began posturing, which was indicative of head injury. So I was extremely worried about Chris.
10-year-old Chris Albers was taken by LifeWatch helicopter to Wesley Medical Center in Wichita. Pediatric intensive care specialist Curtis Pickard took over his care.
This was more than just a simple bump on the head. There was a period of time when I know he did not have adequate oxygen. And then on top of that, we know that he did aspirate some sand and dirt into his lungs. And there was a definitive potential that there would be brain injury.
Tests revealed that Chris had suffered a skull fracture. When he was transferred to PICU, he was still unresponsive.
I have three primary concerns with Chris at this time. The main message we had to give to the parents initially was that there would be a period of waiting. And as tough as it is, we don't control the future. We try to influence it with our interventions.
Chris's mom, Martha Albers, joined her husband as soon as she heard what had happened.
My kids are so important to me. You know, that's my worst fear in life, that something would happen to my kids. It kept running through my mind what a terrible mother I am. Why wasn't I home with them?
Martha and Ron waited all night at the hospital.
They came in and they got me and they said, "We think you should come in." They said, "Chris is starting to stir." And it wasn't like on TV at all. He didn't just instantly sit up and say, "Hi, Mom." He was clear back to being a baby. You know, he pulled himself up in a fetal position. At one point, he sucked his thumb. He just wasn't Chris, but he was awake.
I wonder if he recognizes anything.
At first, I didn't know why I was there. But then after Mom had told me time and time again, I finally got the idea that I had the accident.
Chris underwent 7 months of intense therapy to relearn everything he once could do. Though his speech and memory are still somewhat affected, he is expected to completely recover.
Every day, I was longing to go home because I was getting tired of doing my therapies. They're getting old.
It's like they were pretty hungry, Chris.
His recovery has been dramatic. It was absolutely necessary that Chris not undergo the lack of breathing for any longer than he did. And that's where the role of his father comes in, as having been so critical.
Right here is where the big one was the last time.
Ron saved his life. And that's got to be a mighty tough thing for a father to do. They have to bring him back to life.
we tried to get this class around for a CPR class, and we had like 37 or 38 people sign up for it, which is in a community of 80 families, that's a pretty good batting average. A person never thinks you'll probably ever need it, or if you do, you think it may be not that crucial, but this was a time that we needed it bad.
There we go. Get back.
Okay, all yours.
I'd like to thank my dad. I think he's a great guy, and I'm proud of him.